What do you think is being done to protect our rivers?
Here in the DC area?
Yes.
I have no idea.
I honestly don't know. I've used the river, but I don't know what's actually being done on it right now.
I think they were trying to do a bunch of sewer and water maintenance to make sure that when you have a lot of rainfall that the sewage doesn't end up in the rivers.
Like, I'm not aware of any like specific programs or anything, but I would assume that what would be like the worst for rivers would be like discharge from plants, things like that.
Or if we know that the sewer system is the problem, I would think that the government would be trying to address that issue first, if we know what the cause is.
I mean, I would think that the people that are working for the government and making sure that there's no litter on the ground that actually goes into the water.
I know a lot about storm drainage management in the urban environment, but I don't know that there's efforts to really protect any outlying areas.
Well, they're asking people not to fertilize their lawns and to try to stop runoff from their houses.
Signs on the sewer that lead to Chesapeake Bay, fines for dumping.
Well, hopefully they're cleaning it up pretty often, taking the chemicals out. However, really unsure of what's there, as you never really hear about it in the media or even from politicians or otherwise.
There's a lot of projects, teach kids not to pollute and stuff like that. But I think right now, not a lot, honestly. I think a lot of people don't really know about it.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily think that they don't know about it. Like, there's not a lot of media coverage, so they don't really care about it as much.
And what do you think we can do as a society to protect our water?
Stop littering would be the place to start.
Picking up after yourself and not just like leaving trash everywhere. I think that's something that we can do.
Well, to take it a lot more seriously, there's a lot of cities that don't have clean drinking water anymore. And I think we take it for granted and think it's just being handled.
To make sure that the people will not dump anything, waste matter, that makes the water like polluted.
I think people understanding what might not be good about their water is the first step, because people don't get motivated or act on anything until they recognize a threat.
To some extent, government should monitor public bodies of water. If there's a problem, then they need to enforce, laws against polluters.
Runoff from farms is a big thing. I live on a farm. We do things to not let fertilizers or chemicals go into our waterways. So if we can take that one step, like, other companies should have to be held responsible too.
Maybe consider our everyday decisions about what we do, how we move from place A to place B, what we buy. I think very small decisions, that kind of thing.
We should all consume less and make better choices, and especially considering the fish and where they come from and are they sustainable, just how you live your life. So it's a really big question.
I guess, like you said, making it like a really important matter. Like, this is something we need to do, and we need to do it now, or else it's just going to continue to get worse.